Hey guys, welcome back to the awareness Match. In the last video, we sort of talked about all the banks and what they have to offer. On today's video, we're going to be talking about the best credit cards in South Africa. We're going to mention the 5 credit cards that are best overall in performance, in what they have to offer, their accessibility, the perks, the discounts, the cashback. This is going to go obviously for 2024 up till the next year, and the rules might change then, and I might make a video depending on what changes at that time. We're going to be specifically mentioning the 5 best credit cards to have that will save you money, earn you cashback, or perhaps just make your life a little easier. If you're not getting some sort of incentive to motivate you to get the credit card, then why are you getting the credit card? I want to make a disclaimer quickly that I am not a financial advisor, and any advice that is given in this channel is not meant to be taken as financial advice. I'm also not affiliated or associated with any of the banks that I mentioned in this video, so it is worth mentioning that you should take these with a grain of salt. So I firstly want to mention the 5 credit cards that are best. I'm gonna try and pick one from each bank that I did from the last video. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out first, and then you can come back to this later. It's fine, I'll wait. While I'm waiting, please share the video with your friends if you think that's going to help them. And if you can't do that, a subscribe will be amazing because it will make sure that these people that you do not know throughout the internet will find this video. And hopefully more South Africans can know about the information that I provided in this channel. So I will mention one best credit card from each bank and why I think that is the case, and then make an overall rating that I personally deem as worth it to have a card or not. And then finally, I will mention the 3 different tiers that we have. That's going to be the lower tier, mid tier, and the high income tier. All right, so let's get into the credit cards and why I think they're the best ones. So I'm going to be looking at my laptop down here. So if you catch me looking down there, that's where my laptop is. I'm going to be reading those credit cards from there, and thereafter share my personal opinions on what I think about the credit cards. Ready? Let's go. So we're going to be starting off with Nedbank today. So the best credit card this bank offers is obviously the Amex Platinum credit card, which I think I'll put on the screen right here. It offers you cashback incentives, additional perks like dining credits, and upgraded statuses. So if you're going to a hotel, they'll upgrade you if you use this card. If you're going to a lounge, you get the best service. If you're going to see a movie, for example, you get a discount from that. If you pay for a device, that device has a discount. This also comes out with a higher monthly premium, so be aware of that. You're paying $490 as of 2024. $490 for having this credit card, and you have global access to a bunch of their lounges, airport lounges. It's mainly good for travel. That's one strong point about the Amex, and it's till this day the best credit card that I think Nedbank has. And I think Nedbank is the only bank in South Africa that offers Amex products overall. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but yeah, they are the people that have Amex Platinum, and you get access to their greenbacks points. You also get access to the Amex membership reward program, so that's all levels of cashbacks, different services, different offers, and all those perks. Next up, we have Absa. Absa has a bunch of different products that they offer, but none of them are that great, I'm going to be honest. What is great about Absa is that they will tend to offer you lower interest rates, and if not, they're probably going to offer you a higher credit limit.
Great!
And in the last video, we did look at the gold credit card that they offer, the premium banking credit card, and the private banking credit card. For this, I'm gonna say stay away from the private banking credit card that they offer. It doesn't offer you a lot of perks. Also stay away from the gold credit card. Offers lower everything, like lower premiums, lower credit limits, very few perks. There's virtually nothing that will benefit you from having this card, so just stay away from that. Rather go for the premium banking credit card from Absa.
Great.
That's the best thing they can offer you. I think I'll put a picture here. It has a decent credit limit. It will offer you access to an airport lounge. You will get to pay very cheap fees with this credit card. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, you get 12 Bidvest Premier airport lounge visits for free. So that's pretty much a bargain. Just get the premium banking credit card. That's the only thing that is like good to meet low income earners halfway and high income earners halfway. It's like the perfect
mid-tier
product, you know, it covers everyone and everyone can get it. If you can't afford it yet, just rather wait and just get that one later when you can afford it. Unless you're a student, then absolutely I would say number 1, join the student crew, because I'm using that credit card and so far it's been beneficial for me. So yeah, that's it about Absa. The next bank is going to be Standard Bank. With Standard Bank, there is a lot that comes with all of their cards. All the cards are decent, I would say, because they offer you more for less. With Standard Bank, you have the gold credit card, which is the lower income, titanium credit card, which is the mid-tier, and the platinum credit card, which I do not recommend getting. I would rather you get the additional product tier, the World Citizen credit card, which you pay slightly more, but if you're going to be using wealth credit card or premium credit cards, just go with the World Citizen for traveling. It's good for travel, just take that one instead. The nice benefit about all of these cards is that they automatically come with a U-Count reward system, which is basically just cashback on your spend. But you have to be mindful of where you're spending to know how much you're actually going to be making from the card. So the benefits in this case, I would say if you use more of their services, you're going to have a lot more coming back to you, you know. They have a bunch of fancy things, which I wouldn't say I normally use on a day-to-day basis, but I would say that a person who's looking for extra perks and luxury dining and all those things, such as the 20% discount on the traveling or flights. Booking.com is a very beneficial thing here. You do get 10% off. You get buyer's protection insurances, which is very necessary when it comes to credit cards. You get half the complimentary visits that you do get with the mid-tier product from Absa. However, they do make it up with a bunch of other services that they offer. I hope I will provide a screenshot to the services that they do offer. These are some of the more premium benefits that the card comes with. So I'd recommend you get the titanium. This is good for if you're looking for a higher credit limit and lower interest rates and a lower repayment option. So if it doesn't cost you a lot, go with it. I would also recommend that if you can use the budget saver one. So I would recommend that you either get the gold credit card or the titanium credit card. They're not that good, you know, they do offer a lot of things, but for the purchase protection's sake, I would go with the titanium credit card. I believe the gold one does not have any buyer's protection. Don't go for the premium ones, but if you really want to, just go with the World Citizen one. Skip the private banking one, it's a rip-off. Alright guys, Josie Weather is not working with me today. I'm having a problem with lighting today, so I have to turn on the flashlight. I hope this does not disturb the quality of the video. But anyway, we're looking at F&B right now, and I have one credit card in particular that I know will be better than the rest. And that's not going to be the private banking credit card either. Surprisingly, the mid-tier too. The mid-tier credit cards offer everything from higher to lower, right? Because they give you a bigger credit limit in general. And they also give you a lot of incentive to get the card. And on top of that, bigger credit facility, like I said. Yeah, F&B man, it's good. It's good. Decent, I would say. And the credit card that I would elect for this example would be the F&B Premier account or Premier credit card account, because you get the cashback system, which are e-bucks. We know this. F&B offers e-bucks and has offered e-bucks for the longest time. But it's typically harder to get these e-bucks nowadays. For people who use F&B, they know what I'm talking about. I don't use F&B, but I know someone who does. F&B is typically just making it harder to jump through the hoops and get the credit card rewards. But anyway, F&B has this Premier credit card. The Premier credit card makes it slightly easier to get into the F&B e-bucks program. You pay a lower premium with this card, and typically this offers you all the best perks that it can offer. With a premium, you pay around about 110, and it's pretty much a decent card. You get access to e-bucks. The level 5 status offers you the best e-buck reward on every spend, and it's usually stores that you will spend in anyway. Just use the Premier or look into the business cards. I think they have something better from there. But other than that, the Premier credit card is the best one to have here, because it does offer you perks like 40% off your phone facility. I don't know, is it phone or electronics when you're paying with them? Checkers, Take a Lot, Engine, iStore, Clicks. These are stores that we typically do use. And a lot of people get it as a partnership product. So they would have their spouse join the account together, and yeah, most people maximize their points. In that way, when they spend on those cards and they get points back as a partnership. And typically, the spend threshold that you have to jump over is a little easier when you're doing it with someone else. But I recommend you get this card or just nothing at all. Okay, so on to Discovery. Discovery has 3 credit cards. Technically, Discovery has 4 credit cards, but the 4th one only comes to you as a suite. So we don't count this here. I'm aware of that. I know they have the 4th product. They have the white card, the platinum card, and the black card, and the purple card. But anyway, with Discovery's credit cards, they're pretty much all decent. You get cashback rewards in the form of miles, and you know that those miles can then have discounts of their own. So it's very beneficial to have this card. You get access to the Vitality Money program, and if you have the health, that's even better to pair with this card. The thing is, with this card, it is the best one to have if you're a health conscious person. So if you care about your health, you'll typically go for this bank. Right? I know, how does banking and health go hand in hand? Well, it sort of sums up the intents of this channel. But basically, it's finance and wellness, and it's two of the things that we actually do in this channel. So we can say safely that this, for our audience, this would be the best. Any one of these really is good. However, I do have some personal recommendations. I would say either go for the gold card, which is the budget section, or the black card, which is the premium section, because the platinum is really just limbically sitting in the in-between here. So I would say rather go for the gold or just the black card. All of these three credit cards are great. However, the problem is you will be paying a lot of money with this credit card. I'm not gonna lie. You get good benefits from it. It might appear that you're paying $100 on the gold card, but if you do that, you don't actually get access to all of the rewards they say you'll get. It is a little bit misleading when you're going on their website because you're like, I get 50% off at both Pick n Pay and Woolworths. But you'll actually find out that when you join the program, the Vitality program, you're gonna have to choose one or the other. But you still get like a 10% off on the partner that you don't choose. So if you spend at one of those stores, you do get the cashback, 15% of Uber and BP as well as Shell. And that is pretty much everything that is great about this product. But the even better thing about it is their discovery miles. You have access to this even if you're starting off with a gold card. The product that I recommend here is going to the black card, because you do also get airport access, although it is local access to airports. But it's still airport access nonetheless. It's not the best when it comes to that, but it does do the best thing in terms of the traveling discounts. So when you're paying for your flights, the flights are going to be discounted. That's the good thing. So it makes up for the lounge access. So you will have a dilemma when you have two credit cards where one is going to offer you lounge access, but you will have to have paid the ticket using that credit card, because here in Discovery, you're going to have to use it to get the discounts for the ticket for flights. However, you do get cashback. You're getting Discovery miles for that. So if you really think about it, if you wanted to go to any lounge, you could, but you'd have to be paying it Discovery miles. Those miles can then be beneficial to paying for additional things when you're going abroad. So it really is very good for premium traveling. I would say for higher income people, they might or should get the black or the gold. The gold is plain, it doesn't have traveling discounts. I think you get like 10% base rate on all your travels, but with the black you get a lot more than that. But there is a vast difference between the gold and the black. Mainly one benefit is that one has an airport lounge access, one does not, but you are not going to be using airport lounge access all the time, and that's okay. And either way, when you're traveling with Discovery, you still get that 10% discount base rate, and you also get additional miles from your spend. So that's a good thing. I would have to make a separate video detailing this because there's quite a lot with Discovery. I mentioned in the other video. If you want to see the video that I'm talking about, scroll down to the description box. Now we're going to segment this into categories, right? We know what best product to take with each and every bank. So with Nedbank, the best card with Nedbank is Amex Platinum. With Standard Bank, it is the Titanium credit card. With Absa, it is Premium Banking credit card. With FNB, you get the Premier credit card. Most of these banks excel at mid-tier categories. With Discovery, you could either choose the higher tier or the lower tier. It is going to be rewarding either way, just don't go there. Now, in terms of tiering, which one is best for low-income people, which one is best for mid-tier income people, and which one is best for high-income people? And we already know what the differences are between these categories, and we're going to get straight into that. So for low-income people, I would recommend any product from Absa. Absa has straight budget facilities and will have everything that you typically need. You're probably going to get a better credit limit, but depends on other factors such as your credit score and things like that. But if not, let's say your credit score is good and you have a qualifying income, it is the perfect credit card to use as a starter for a person who is low earning or a person who just stepped into the field of credit cards. It is safer. You're not going to fall into any trap and get confused by any of these tiering systems and how they work. It's straightforward. Absa offers you cashback as cashback. It's simple and efficient and gets the job done and doesn't confuse you. The Premium Banking credit card, which I'm sure I'll put up a picture. This is what I recommend. This is the best one for low income earning people. So if you're starting out in the field of credit cards, this I would recommend would be the best version for you. Now when it comes to mid-tier people, they have a vast amount of options, right? Because their needs are variable. These people prefer luxury traveling and going in style and going, to whatever they prefer. These people know luxury products, they know luxury services, and they know what they like. I'm gonna pretty much say it depends on which bank you prefer, depends on which product you prefer. So if you're a mid-income earner, which is a person with a high salary and they only depend on that salary and not necessarily their assets, I would say the FNB Premier is the best one one for this category, mainly for the discounts that you get from the stores that you are near. You get e-bucks for it. You don't always get the cashback that you want all the time, but essentially that's all there is to know. F&B is the one that wins in this category for mid-tier earners. So for the high-income earners, this is a no-brainer. It's going to be the Amex Platinum credit card. Yes, it is slightly more expensive, but it offers them the travel perks that they need, especially if they do a lot of moving around, a lot of traveling. This card is very good. If you're going to be having hotel stays for business, you're going to be needing to pay for services that you didn't expect. Amex is very good. Even mid-tier income earners can use this card. You get global access. So if you're a business person traveling outside of the country, this card is really good. It's like one of the best that we have. You get membership rewards points. One membership reward point is equal to 5 Rand. So when you're spending 5 Rand, you're getting 1 membership reward point. But here, with the Platinum, you're getting 1.5x. On every spend, you will get that membership reward point. And luckily enough, they have an Amex portal which has partners or brand partners all throughout South Africa. Usually they're luxury or premium, but beside the fact that they're premium, they're more accessible, and you can use your membership reward points and they never expire. So for a person who's always busy and on the move, I would say you don't have a lot of hurdles to jump through. You just know the partners, and you know that you've got to spend your Amex Platinum points. And basically you will find those in their portal and access your benefits through that. It's quite simple, fairly easy. So it is a very good product for high income earners for traveling. I would recommend this one overall, hands down. So yeah, these 3 categories, we know the first one, you guys can go with Absa. It's the best. It'll offer you straight up cashback, straight up budget facilities. You'll know your interest rates. You'll know what you're working with. Everything will be comprehensive and simple. With the mid-tier people, they like traveling in style. So I'd recommend either the F&B Premier credit card and even the Discovery Black card. But that's for people who are actually invested in looking at the little hurdles that you have to jump over, because it does require you to know a little bit more about it before you can actually optimize the card. So I recommend the F&B Premier or the Discovery Black card for mid-tier. And then for high income earners, I will recommend only the Amex Platinum, because that offers you the travel perks, travel protection. It's an international access card. I'm not saying the others can't get you to the international stuff, which most of the mid-tier products can do this easily because they're paired with Visa. Visa has global access. You can access all those lounges anywhere in the world, and you can use a card anywhere in the world because they all have Visa. But yeah, all 3 of these categories fit with these. I think I'm going to do a lineup here. So what are the best 5 credit cards in terms of my ranking system? This is going to be personally biased, which I prefer and why I think this is the reason. All right, starting off with the C tier. The C tier offers you plain cashback, no strings and attachment. It's pretty chill, laid back. The Absa Premier credit card, I just prefer this one. I think it's very straightforward. It's not too confusing, and therefore, I depending on your credit score and other things and other factors like that, it might be affordable, it might be cheap for you, or it might just be ridiculous. And in that case, don't go for that card. Get the premium banking one, not the private, and certainly not the gold. Just get the middle one. If you can't afford it, just leave it, rather not get it, and just wait until you can afford it. The Absa Premier credit card is a good investment or good product to have when you're starting out or when you're having minimum earnings. But then you're working on increasing that, and eventually it will get better. Following in the next tier is going to be the B tier, and these cards are going to be the Discovery Gold account and the F&B Premier account. The Discovery Gold card, I'm not gonna lie, this is not going to be cheap in any means necessary, but it will give you more value than it took away from you. So you won't, at the end of the day, feel like you lost something. It'll be like, whoa, so I'm paying for this and I get a cut from the money that I paid, Normally with any other bank, you don't get this, because you do get a lot of these cashback benefits. I would say I'm going to tier it up or tie it with the Premier credit card from F&B. So it's going to be the Discovery Gold account and the F&B Premier account paired in the same level. Because let's be honest, F&B is reliable, it is still strong, it is still going to offer you e-bucks on your spends, but you're limited. You have to jump through those hurdles. And if they didn't, make it all that harder, I guess F&B would be part of the A tier. But I'm sorry, F&B, you guys ruined this when you started making the e-buck system a little complicated. The thing is, with all these cards, besides the Amex, you do have to get an additional thing to add on to it. So for example, with the Discovery credit card, you need to essentially not only have the card itself, you need to pair it with a Discovery Health product. So that means you have to either have an insurance scheme with them or you have to have medical aid with them. And that is going to be an add-on that you're paying every month for this card. So if you're paying $235 and your insurance is, for example, 600 rands a month for yourself, which it's not likely going to be when you're at this level, you're probably going to need to cover your family. Otherwise, why else would you be getting an insurance? It's going to be pretty much expensive if you're paying like 4,000 rands a month, maybe, for example, and you pair it with the 200 rands from the card. And you have to pay for the Vitality program, which is $350 a month. You probably need to have Vitality Drive, Vitality House, because it's a program from Discovery. So the Vitality program is a little bit challenging and confusing for a lot of people. And I will make a separate video and I will detail everything that you need to know. I would also go on to add the Amex Gold card. I hated on the card when I first saw it, but now that I actually see what it can reap for a person, it's sort of like makes sense to have a card as well. It's not best for traveling, but it is good for spending in general. You get that membership reward bonus. I would say now we get into the best of the best in South Africa, the best banking products we have. The two best credit cards in South Africa right now are the Amex Platinum credit card and the Black Discovery credit card. So for my number one preference, in a personal speaking way, the best credit card for travel is going to be the Amex Platinum. Whereas with Amex, it's an international brand, straight from the USA. You have global access to all of the airports around the world, and you still have preferential rates. You're treated like an American would be treated if you're in that country. You know, I mean in terms of service and buying things. You get membership reward points, and if you buy partners, I think those double. They're multipliers and bonus multipliers. Amex has a website. You can check them out and read through all the terms and conditions. The best one for cashback or reward systems is going to be Discovery, the Black Card, because they're modern. They understand the things that we have to do. Discovery is not a traditional bank. They're more of like a neobank, and they're pretty much just focused around health. If you want to optimize your health and your wellness and your personal finances, Discovery is the right bank for you. They have an ABC sort of system, but it can get complex because of how much they can offer you. There are a bunch of hurdles you'll have to jump through, not as simple as the other banks. I will say you get the travel perks, you get the cashback, you get the health benefits as well. There's a lot of health that is promoted here. It's a shared value banking. That is basically what makes the card valuable. So it's a few things like that to know. And I know these are pretty much premium and expensive, and rather just, don't get a credit card if you can't afford these. Rather just wait until you can actually afford one. The general rule of thumb is to have the whole year's premium. So if a card says that you have to pay 100 rands a month for this card, have 11 more of those. All right, now you know what the best credit cards are in South Africa, and I kept my promise. I said 5 credit cards. That's 4 in the A tier and B tier, and 1 more in the C tier. So that is going to be it for this video. I will be making another video detailing the Discovery system. I want to start with that one because it's quite a big one, but I hope you did enjoy this video. And if you did, please, again, like, subscribe, or send to your friends. And if they might like this sort of content, this is going to be very beneficial for them. It might help them more than you know. So yeah, have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. What? So good, so good.
I don't know this song. Someone help. What am I singing?
And health. Not necessarily health, no, but I'm saying like mental health, which is a health. I'm making this sound worse, aren't I? In the description box,